Hello there, Sir from 17 once again. This is a Balls Deep of World War Z. We're playing on the PC, and I'm going to be diving in fact, into this game, if you haven't seen it. I will be doing co-op campaign, but it will be solo because I'm not online with this. So you'll get to see the AI and everything that it offers. Here at the beginning, you can change your difficulty. The game defaults to the easiest setting. I'm going to play on that just for the purposes of the AI, so I can show the game off. This game, if you're wondering, is essentially Left 4 Dead. Somebody liked Left 4 Dead, wanted to make a third-person cooperative survival-based shooting game with zombies, and that's exactly what they've done here. You can pick one of 4 episodes: New York, Jerusalem, Moscow, and Tokyo. And if you go into customize, you can customize your class and your weapon. In the classes, you have the gunslinger, the hellraiser, the medic, the fixer, the slasher, and the exterminator. I picked the gunslinger, not for any real reason, just because it kind of one that looked a little most interesting to me at the moment. And then as you play, you incrementally unlock this capacity to get these upgrades, which are passives and bonuses and all kinds of benefits. And then you purchase and pick the ones that you want with the currency. This game's kind of grindy, guys, from what I've experienced when I've been playing, because not only do you have to look into these sections to make things more fun and interesting and more effective, but additionally, when you go to your weapon customization, buying everything that you want from the weapons involves paying for it with the same pool of resources that I believe you buy those abilities with, and each of the tiers of the upgrades on the guns makes them better and more improved and what have you, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of guns to choose from, which is a nice thing in this kind of game. Performance-wise, they all feel very similar. We'll talk about that when we play the game itself, but customization in the classes with skills and passives to unlock and buy, weapons kind of the same deal, handful of episodes that are broken down into a handful of episodes. I'm going to try Tokyo. Tokyo only has 2 scenarios. It has Setting Sun and Final Call. We will go for Setting Sun and we'll jump into the game. So, you can choose between these characters. There's a few different ones. If you have a preference, I don't have any preference, guys. I don't really know the game at all, so I'm okay with what the game's given me. Who did it give me? I have no idea. Is that Sho Shugiyama? That is not Sho Shugiyama. Who was I? Tatsuo? I was Tatsuo, I think. Right. You can change your episode, you can change your class, you can customize. Let's jump into it. I haven't messed with any settings, guys, so if there's any performance issues, it's because everything's probably set to ultra and it might need to be turned down a little bit, but as long as it doesn't lag too much and it gives me a decent visual presentation, I'm going to show off the game because I love the idea of this, and this is one of those games where I really wish it had crossplay, so if anybody got it on consoles, I could play with you folks, because shooting zombies is fun. This game seems perfectly serviceable, and I'm about to show you exactly what that means as it loads. Takes a little bit of time to load here. Not the fastest game I've ever played on PC, but this is only a standard hard drive. I don't have an SSD. So let the game load its logic. Don't judge it too harshly. But for PC, that's an inexorbitantly long load time, right? But here are the introductions. And then we should be playing in a moment.
There could still be people in these houses.
So here we go. These are your AI companions. The AI is pretty good in this game. They will never shoot you. However, they have problems healing, so they will never pick up the equipment to heal themselves. I'm not entirely certain why that works the way that does. I just had a weird hair on my mouse pad. That was fun. And you start with the base weapons, as I get a nice, wonderful stutter. So Q changes shoulder for me. You start off with a silenced pistol along with the weapon of your choice, which I think it might be to do with your class. Everybody seems to be carrying something a little bit different. I have a machine gun and a light machine gun on my back. The light machine gun is a passive that you can equip, so you can start off with a little bit more firepower. I forget exactly how I swapped to it. I'm sure it's probably on the screen somewhere, but my microphone's probably blocking it. Zombies on the ground, as you can see. Some are dead, some are alive. These ones are pretty much all dead. One thing I noticed in this game is that hipfire is good, but they seem to not want you to use the hipfire as much as the aimed fire for whatever reason. You can have mixed results. And the zombies react to sound, so if you're quite quiet, you can get away with doing quite a lot by shooting things with a suppressed pistol, of course. Not many things react all that well. It's to be expected though, isn't it? Right. So, creature over there. I think if you shoot them when they're unaware of you, you do considerable damage to them. And because this is a pistol that is silenced, we can get away with shooting a lot of people without them reacting. This is pretty much what I think you're meant to do at the beginning of a level, just to take advantage. Thin out some numbers. There we go. And do kind of what you want to do. It's entirely up to you. You don't have to. Do you see the aimer go red then? The shooting in this game is surprisingly satisfying. It's got good hit markers. It's got decent feedback. Can you jump on that? You can't. Oh, that's baddie. I could have hit it with my machete. I do have a melee attack. I find the melee attacks to be questionable at best. They're kind of goofy and awkward, and there's a limited stamina mechanic, much like what they introduced in Left 4 Dead. But keep pushing onwards. Couple more dudes down there. Hang on a second. I wonder if range is a big thing in this game. If you shoot a zombie once, they kind of get the scent. See if we can test a grenade out. Well, there's a grenade. A couple more dudes turning up. Show you the chop of the machete. It's pretty damn effective. This is only easy though, bear in mind. If you're looking for more of a challenge, then you want to be popping it up. But here's our first medkit. We've already got one. If you look at the map in the top left, it will showcase a lot of opportunities for you to pick things up and find things. Oh, he's alive. Sick. But you're constantly moving towards an objective, which is a safe zone. If you're familiar with the genre, you know what all that means. It's all very traditional, but if I use this gun now, you'll see the zombies start reacting more to it. This particular SMG is not my favourite. One thing I've found as well, guys, when you play this game with your CPU, they love to stand on top of you when you're doing things, and it can lead to you not being able to shoot and not being able to see just because of the way the CPU stacks up on you. And one of the biggest advantages this game has is the swarm ability. Right now, this seems like quite a lot of zombies, right? It really isn't. They come thick and they come fast when they want to, and it's a really, really cool feature. But you see how he stood there? They do this all the time. They stand bang in front of you, and because there's no collision, he can stand on top of you when you're trying to aim, and you can't see a damn thing. Which doesn't sound like the biggest problem, but it's a big fucking problem. Especially when you get on a turret. But I don't know if there have been any patches or any tweaks, because I haven't updated the game. But hopefully we can get some new weapons and showcase some extra features. These are alive, by the way. She was, at least. But because it's a submachine gun, it's not as accurate as the pistol, making headshots not as valid with this tool. If the reticle goes red, they're alive, of course. Pretty simple. Simple stuff. I can hear somebody on my right. The menu's telling me there's stuff in front of me, which is always good to know. Here comes a couple more zombies. And here is a special. A screamer somewhere. He's going to spawn groups unless you get rid of him. He likes to stand off the beaten path. But I got him. And then we've got the big fella. But my team is standing in front of him, so I can't really do much. But there he goes. You can hear a hunter. Friendly fire is a big deal in these games too, to add to the survivor nature. I imagine playing online with real humans can be a pain in the ass, because if they accidentally shoot you, it's going to do a lot of damage. Especially if you're playing on the harder difficulties. It just compounds the problem, so you want to play with people you trust and people who can actually aim. Playing with people who can't... That is a hunter, or whatever he's called. He likes to jump on you in his little shitty tracksuit, so you want to be careful. And my first criticism of World War Z is that a lot of the specials are just bootleg variants of what are already found in Left 4 Dead, so it seems very unambitious at times. They could have gone crazy with all kinds of different stuff. Here's a grenade launcher, and then something in a crate. An assault rifle, nice, we can get an AK, or a variant of an AK, which should be quite powerful. The audio is good in this game. You can always hear those tracksuit dudes before you actually see them. And he loves to hide and then jump on your face, because that's kind of his deal. Anyone else? Looks fine. The PC port, from all I know, seems pretty damn fine to me. Considering I haven't had to tweak anything on my dated CPU, it's capturing really well, it feels good, which is always a good thing, because it means that modest hardware can run it as long as your graphics card is okay. And if your hardware is good, you'll have no issue at all. The map told me that there were people coming then. But here is the smoker equivalent. He is a hazmated creature who drops a bunch of gas, and if you stand in it, it's bad news. But the specials aren't going to blow you away. They're certainly not the most interesting thing they could have gone with. I was kind of disappointed, but I find the shooting in this game to be very satisfying. Can we get like a miracle grenade over there? Oh, I don't have any. That's unfortunate. Move on to the bridge. See behind just then? See that box? That means that there's treasure over here, along with this guy, who takes an absolute pounding. Can you imagine this guy on the harder difficulties? He's probably going to be a nightmare. But did you see on the map how there was this? You want to open as many crates as you can, because they're going to give you access to things like shotguns, to fortifications, to turrets. It's one of the more kind of progressive, potentially randomized loot. Every time you play it's slightly different, like the director. Oh my god, there he was. I heard him at the last possible moment. Luckily, your team is really quick. The CPU are fantastic for getting specials off you, because they react very quickly and they've got really good aim. There's another thing this game has definitely learned from Left 4 Dead. Not that many people played Left 4 Dead solo, because it was kind of fucking boring, wasn't it? But so up here we've got a breaching charge. This is an optional tool that will open up some doorways to get some cool shit, and a machine gun which I have on my back currently. Unfortunately, the team doesn't seem to pick stuff up. I don't really know why they don't like grab the loot and that. I don't know if you can command them. I've not looked into the controls. I'm diving in, guys. I'm just going to show you some gameplay to give you an idea of what it is and whether or not you want to pick it up, because I think that this game is a fun game that is definitely worth a rental. And if you've got friends who like to really get into this kind of thing, get a good team together and dominate and try and beat all the different difficulties, I think you'll have a really good time with it, because I think there's a really good time to be had. The shooting feels nice, the guns are satisfying. The zombies go down quickly, so it makes everything feel quite powerful, which is exactly what it should do. Tankiness should be reserved for specials and bosses, which I really respect and enjoy, because you can kill a lot of zombies in 1 to 2 hits. I don't know how much stronger they get on the other difficulties, but I'm hoping that they don't ruin that great feeling of balance the game has at the moment. Is he bad? No, he's not bad. I've been playing a lot of console games recently, so the 144 Hz is bugging my eyes out a little bit. I apologise if it looks like I'm aiming like an old lady. It's so goddamn smooth, even though at the beginning when we were recording there was some moments where the frame rate was fluctuating. But here we go. We got a big bus covered in barbed wire that we have to protect. What could go wrong, except for a micro stutter, which was rather large. This reminds me of Gears of War 3. Oh, so they actually do attack the bus then. But here we have a slightly bigger spawn of enemies, a nice horde. I don't know if you've been playing... Is there people behind us as well? Not a fan when they spawn behind you. Somebody hiding somewhere. Oh, he's over there, potentially. Right, escort the bus. A couple guys down there, clean him up. Is that an explosive barrel? Looks like it. But it's just... It's a fun setup. I like I heard him, little shit. Right, I've only got 2 bullets left in this gun, really? That's not good. There we go. I was wondering why it wouldn't reload then. I thought I'd press the wrong button. So right now is another example of seemingly the limitations of the AI. The AI doesn't want to pick up the healing kits when they have them available to them. You have to heal them manually, which is not something I'm really willing to do. Especially when I'm playing on easy, because you can pretty much carry a team on this difficulty, and it gives you an impression of what the game is like. But this is not a game that you play solo, guys. It's just not, really. You can do it, and if you're just craving a bit of gameplay, and you want to do some shooting, feel free. But fundamentally, this is get a team, figure shit out, and get some awesome setups where you can put your back in a wall and take on the enemies. But why am I on fire? That was weird. Phantom fire. As far as the geometry goes and the environments that you go to, it's all very trope heavy and cliched. I don't think you can make a game like this without having it that way. It just seems to be a necessity, doesn't it, of how it works. Can I open that? Or is with the noise right now? That was really... Oh, it's him, probably. Two of these guys. Can you stop standing in front of me, dude? That would be sick if you would, you know, not do that. But there is a lot of zombies and capacity for large groups, and it just feels really satisfying and really enjoyable to just start unveiling all of the rounds you've got on your body into their bodies and try not to get snuck up on while you're doing a cheeky reload, which happens a lot. But you see how quick they go down? It makes you feel really strong, but at the same time, because there's so many of them, it's a great combination. And the hit marker when it goes red, of course, is telling you when you've killed something, which is great visual feedback and visual language. Don't you dare, little scrub. He's over there, right? Where was he? There. Interesting. But I always wonder, what do they do, right? Oh, here's a turret. So these are pretty cool. You pick these bad boys up. I don't particularly remember how to use them, but I'm going to try and smack this guy if I can. There we go. Oh, so here you go. You come to a place like this, it'll give you a couple of suggestions of where to put them, and you can build your own machine gun, which is going to enable us to put some serious firepower down there, which is kind of cool. And there's an opportunity for now for us to get some barbed wire. So now there's some places to put some barbed wire. Pop it here. A couple of zombies just spawned as we moved across. The team's doing a good job of getting rid of them. This is the Glock. This is a really nice pistol. Triple burst. Very lethal. Not a big fan of the optic on it, but it gives it a stat up, so it's good. It's a good idea to have it. That's another one of those dudes. And I'm out of bullets for my weapon, so it's probably a good idea to use this. Oh, here we go. M16 and a shotgun. I would put the M16 on, but it's... Well, I think it might actually be an M4. Or whatever, yeah. It's one of the smaller ones. A sporting carbine, the game says. How the hell am I meant to escort a bus if the bus is not moving? This is interesting. Have I broke the scripting? That would be good for a Balls Deep. That hasn't happened, right? When does Chris ever get games to glitch out on Balls Deeps? Pretty much every one I've ever made. Let's have a look. Come on, dude. Can you move forward, please? I have to, like, stand behind you, maybe? Here we go. It's a proximity-based thing. And more enemies are spawning. Cool. Wow. I thought she was pretending then. She's like that one criminal in the Dark Knight Rises where Batman's fighting them and he just misses his cue and pretends to fall down. You know the guy I mean. Guy's famous. Famous for making that fight scene look hilarious. In a movie where the fight scenes aren't the strongest. Anyhow, I can hear a lurker guy. Wow. That was almost laggy, wasn't it? I killed him and he didn't realise he was dead. Lol. I do like how they fall over. As much as it makes them easy to kill, it is a cool touch. But yeah, it's just a fun game. It's one of those kind of games where it's not going to blow you away, it's not going to change your life, but for what it is, it's a lot of fun. And you can just kind of jump in and lose some time. I don't know what the achievement's like if you're that way minded. Oh, here we can use the breaching charge. So remember the charge I found earlier? It enables you to open things like this. And it gives you opportunities to get new gear and cool stuff and little secrets. Wow, that guy's tough as nails. Well, this guy's meant to be tough as nails, so that makes sense. There you go, Mr. Bull. He reminds me of the Charger from Left 4 Dead 2. So we've got grenade launcher. When it kicks off, I'll show you the gun on my back, because the gun on my back is very good as well. Everything's very good in this game, on this difficulty, which is nice. Interesting. A couple of guys that way. The bus is not moving again. This bus is kind of fiddly, and I don't think the AI stays with it, and the AI doesn't make it move, so it has to be me. This is something you probably wouldn't notice if you were playing with humans, because humans are pretty good at that. Anyway. See where it goes. Some of the missions are intermittently long and others are quite short. It seems to be all over the place. Is it stopped? Right, okay. There is a control panel nearby, of course there is. Why would there not be?
They know we're here.
Right, let's hit this control panel. Boom. See what it does. I've never played this campaign before, by the way, guys, if you're wondering. Oh, hang on. Can I use the thing? Oh, don't do that. I didn't mean to do that, you fucker. There we go. Let's put this bad boy on. If you aim, it takes forever. If you don't aim, you don't have any of that animation. And not aiming is just as accurate as aiming. So it seems kind of confusing. And then we can get on this little turret and show this off, because the CPU doesn't seem to want to do this. Oh, now we get our first actual spawn in 25 seconds or whenever.
Come and get me.
Is there any ammunition? Let's have a look. Refill some ammo. Get some grenades. I think I've got some grenades. 42 bullets of this left. I hope they don't come from behind. This game has a tendency of spawning things behind you, but the enemies that are about to turn up are an actual swarm, which means there's a lot. Compared to what you've seen so far, has been very tame. I'm hoping that this can really showcase the strength of this game, because its strength is in the swarm moments. There is lots of targets. Especially when you see them piling out and climbing, because they can't just get over things, they have to do a lot of climbing, which opens up a ton of doors for you to put them down, which is really nice. And there goes that. Let's chuck some grenades out if we can. Put some more shots onto these people. Chuck them another grenade. Get nothing but nothing when I'm shooting. Try and hit that. Try and hit the thing, please. Too many bodies to hit. Oh wow, ball behind us. Go on, team, can you shoot that guy? Can't seem to sprint when you're reloading, which I suppose is very much intentional. Can you get some grenades? I'm a big fan of doing this. It reminds me of Rainbow Six Vegas. Staying by the box, refilling your grenades, and then chucking a ton of them. Because you can generally get a decent amount of refills. And there we go, that wasn't so bad. That was quite a modest swarm, that one. Nothing too crazy. And now that we've done that, we should go and swap out for the grenade launch, so we've actually got a heavy on our back. There we go. Couple guys that way. Couple guys behind us, with the looks of this. Such a satisfying hit marker too, because it tells you exactly what you need to know. Come on, stay by the bus, fellas. I hear something from my left. I like how you can shoot through the netting, that's kind of cool. Oh my god, he's running at us in his tracksuit. Tracksuit man. Get the bull, fellas. Shoot the man. This guy takes so much damage. And there goes the ammo. But yeah, you know, it's kind of exactly what you expect. If you know what Left 4 Dead is, you know this game. I don't think it's the quality, but I think it offers enough difference to compete. Because first person and third person are different pantheons. And both of them can be very enjoyable for different reasons. And if there's a Left 4 Dead shaped hole in your heart, then you can fill it with a little bit of World War Z. But I think we should be moving towards the finale of the level. Get wrecked, friend. I like the hip fire in this game, it's very powerful. Oh, here we go. Hey, the bus is moving. Got any good treasure? One thing that is kind of lacking is the story and the interaction between the players. It was never fantastic in a game such as this, but it was enough to be interesting. Whereas in this game, I don't give a shit. I spend the whole time just ignoring them. That might just be me. Interesting. Is there a defense? What are we doing? Western Gate, this way. We're going into some kind of compound. Ooh, upgraded weapons as well. The level 3 bullpup rifle. So that rifle fires triple burst. It's essentially an MTAR. And then you've got the Chris Vector. My guy specializes in submachine guns. The gun we just put down is tier 2. These are tier 3. So this is a logical extension, a logical upgrade of our equipment. So you want to definitely pick that up. Healing and everything for everybody is very important. But because we're playing on easy, we don't need it. So we can
It was different.
Problem with SMGs, they fire very fast, but they're not very accurate. Someone is behind us. Cool. Always fun. Oh wow, he got through. What a beast. Not too much extreme platforming in this game. Hang on. Can I whack him? I wonder if the melee is a good option against those guys, because it seems to be the fastest way on the base difficulty. But the base difficulty is probably just show your friends the game mode without having to worry. Which is understandable. So over here on the map we've got something in the corner. Pick something up hopefully. Med pack. And in here another med pack. So if we were doing terribly, which is hard to do on such a modest difficulty. I don't know how representative this is of Japan. Suppose you kind of get the... I don't know. Do you think it looks like Japan? I've played enough Shenmue. Oh my god, I didn't hear him. Thank you, team. Opportunistic little wanker. The only person who gets to sit on my face is my girlfriend. How dare you? Here we go. What's through here? Breaching charge we don't have. Ooh, a rocket launcher. A rocket launcher. Anything else? Fight the power posters. Always good. See, this looks a bit more like Japan with the power lines. I hear him now. Here's somebody. Sit down, you. Oh, hi, guys. Can we funnel you all into this, or will you climb over the wall, I wonder? If that hazmat dies, is going to cause a lot of trouble. There was two? Really? What are the fucking chances? It's got double penetrated for no reason. I don't really know where I'm meant to go here. It's quite labyrinthine. I don't like this vector as much as the last gun. Stop getting up, you lady. We're trying to survive. I was hitting the post, did you see that? Gotta love it. Video games, right? Okay, do we get in the bus? I don't think so. Can you imagine if this game had driving sections where you could shoot from the bus? With like turrets and shit, on-rail sections? I'd like that. Something a little bit different, you know? You don't really expect that stuff from this kind of game. Oh wow, we got a fun collection of bad people coming this way. A nice gaggle of zombinos. Or Zeds, or whatever they want to call them in these games. Got a rocket launcher just in case we need that, which is nice. Anyway. Right. It wants me to reach here, but how the fuck do I reach here? There's no, like, climbing, I don't think. Oh, there is. Haha.
Western gates are on the other side of these cars.
There we go. Anyhow. Let's assemble. Like the Avengers. Classy. What does this guy want?
This is Team 4. We have visual on the gate.
Hurry! They'll be here any minute!
They will be here any minute. Is this the set up and defend moment? It seems like it, potentially. Yeah, swarm inbound. Prepare to defend both gates. One of my criticisms of this particular game is that the finales are nowhere near as memorable as they were in Left 4 Dead. And I know that I'm saying Left 4 Dead a lot in a game that's not Left 4 Dead, which is kind of unfair. And I can appreciate that, but this game is literally Left 4 Dead. Which way is this thing even facing? That way. One of the problems when you've never played a level like this before is you don't really know the best places to set up. So for all I know, I could have put that in the shittest place conceivable. Ooh, the high voltage one is sick. I tried standing on this and seeing what would happen, just like standing here and shooting dudes. And every time they come near you, they get electrocuted, and you can do a lot of damage, which is pretty nice. What's in here? Something to do with a fence. Is that another electrical fence? Deploy fence, okay. I will put a fence over here. But I love this idea. I love that you can just apply this kind of stuff to things. Because it gives it some depth. It might not have the most depth in the grand scheme of things. But it gives the illusion of it because it's a choice that you might not necessarily have. And I like stuff like that. Right. 10 seconds left. Oh my god, I can't turn. I can only turn so far. That's not where I wanted. I wanted to be able to look that way. I hear a guy. He's there. Oh my god, wrong gun. Shit.
Targets advancing from
Whoops.
under the bridge. Reloading.
Just wasted my fuck you gun. Oh wow, here they come. Can I hit that? How far does this go? Not very far, right? There they are. Go and pick up the other one now. Nope, dude. Wow, look at that. Someone's behind us. Hi guys. This is a swarm, if you were wondering. There's a few. You know.
Kill that screamer! Fast!
Can I get on this bad boy? I can't stand when turrets have got limit as to where you can look. It makes them feel completely underpowered and annoying. Can I jump down here? No, I can't. I can go around though, right? Ooh, there's a mortar gun too. See what that does. That could be cool. Hi, team. Look at him. And I can't turn lefter than that, which is disappointing.
We cannot let them over the gate.
Oh, hi, guys. Ooh, electrical fence. I should have electrified this, probably. Stop it, dickheads. Get off my gate. Scrubs. Look how fast he is. You see that shit? What the fuck was that? I'm out of bullets. Here we go. Give me some bullets. Ooh, Scar, right? I will pick that up. That thing's heavy duty. Oh yeah, there was 2 gates, wasn't there? Whoops. Lol. We'll be fine. You fuck off, you. Come on, team, we got this. There's not that many, really. There's a couple. There might be a few. There might be more than a few.
You are in my world now.
I love how the end of this barrel goes. Oh, did I just lose?
We couldn't hold them.
I didn't know you could lose. Jesus Christ. That was fierce, wasn't it? This is on the easiest difficulty. Oh, and it kicks you out? What the fuck? You don't even get a chance to retry? Well, that was confusing, wasn't it? What did I do? Did I say the N-word and get kicked out? Anyhow, that's not how I wanted that to go, but you got an example of what that was. But afterwards, as you can see here, there's all the experience that you get on the weapons to level them up to get better versions of them, so on and so forth. There's your little coins. Why do you only get 1 attempt at that? How weird. That's the first time I failed, and I've done every other campaign. Apparently Tokyo is hard, maybe? I don't know. That was really confusing. And strange. But there you go, guys. That is an example of World War Z. Apparently things can go badly very quickly. If you're not paying too much attention and shooting your face, or shooting your feet with a grenade launcher. But this game is available on pretty much all the systems that would matter. And I think it's fun. I think there's a lot to offer. I don't really recommend playing offline. I recommend playing with friends, which is, you know, where a lot of games shine, especially a game such as this. And hopefully that was a decent insight to exactly what it is. You can make a decision based off it and see whether or not you want it in your life. But that was World War Z, guys. That was a Balls Deep. And thank you for watching. You take care now.